Hey everybody, Brandon from The Whack here. So this is going to be the first part of our 3-part workout for the week. So we're going to do a push, a pull, and a leg day. Not necessarily in that order, but just so we have a good split between muscle groups and allow some muscles to recover while we work the other ones. So without further ado, today is going to be the push day. The only equipment you're going to need is stuff that you can find around the house. So it's going to be really simple. You're not going to have to buy anything for this, but it will. You'll feel it working, basically. I did this one this morning. Definitely feeling it. So we're going to get started. The first one we're going to do, all we need is a chair. We're going to prop it up against the wall just so that it doesn't slide. In hindsight, we learned that it is important to put something over the chair back so it doesn't scrape your wall or leave some paint marks. We're going to start off with an incline push-up. Our feet are going to be up on the chair. Our hands are going to be below us. Shoulders right over the wrists. This is going to simulate kind of an incline bench press. So as our feet are above, we're going to have to push kind of out and up to make sure we're hitting our chest properly. And the main takeaway with this one is as we push up, since we're not going to be able to get that adduction of our hands like we would with a cable machine where we're doing a press, we're going to have to actively squeeze that chest together as we press, okay? We're going to do 15 reps here. That's going to be the top. If you can do less, that's fine. But we're going to give ourselves about 45 seconds between each set. So let's get into it. So we're going to do the incline push-up first. Feet are going up on that chair, hands about shoulder width apart. I'm just wearing my gloves here for some better traction. So we're going down to the floor and then pressing back up, squeezing the chest together as we press. So again, going for 15 reps there. That's kind of the max. Going 3 rounds, 45 seconds rest in between. So this is going to be our second exercise of our push day. I'm going to show you kind of a harder version first, something that's a little more unique that you wouldn't be able to do in the gym, but you can do at home. And then I'll show you an alternate movement, something a little less demanding. So our first option here is going to be a couch overhead press. So we're not actually going to pick the couch up and press it overhead, but we are going to go down. We're going to lift that couch up on one end, and if you have hardwood, this is going to be a little tough. That's why I'm wearing the gloves to help with grip because the feet like to slide. But if you have carpet, you can feel free to give this one a shot. So we're going to lift that couch up and breathing out as we press up. Again, squeezing those shoulders with each rep. Here we're going a little bit lighter. We're going to go 3 rounds still. But we're going for between 5 and 6 reps here, more focusing on upper body strength rather than the endurance with this one. But it is important that we hit a higher rep exercise for upper body as well as a lower rep, so we're still getting benefits of the endurance plus adding in that strength component. So not everybody can press their couch, that's okay. So our alternate version, you're going to need a backpack, duffel bag, something like this, and we're going to just throw some stuff in here. So fill up a water bottle. If you have a textbook, go ahead and use that. I'm going to get a nice grip here, and we can do this one standing. We're just going to bring it to the chest, press it up overhead, bring it back down, keeping those elbows in, breathing out as we press up, breathing in as we come down. Again, we want this to be a little bit heavy, so we're kind of maxing out at about 5 to 6 reps, and again, going with around 60 to 90 seconds of rest with this one. Third exercise today, this one is going to be a combination here. So we can do either tricep dips like we're used to. All you need is a corner. So for this, we'll use the countertops. There's a nice corner there. We're going to put the hands flat against those with the palms pressing down. Walk our feet out a little bit. We want to keep our back nice and close to the countertop though. Dropping down 90 degrees at the elbow, pressing back up. Our second version there, if dips aren't your thing or if your countertops are a little too high, a little too low for you, we can do an underhand grip push-up off the countertop. So underhand grip, keeping those elbows pointed back. We're coming in, making sure to stretch that chest, pressing out. So this one's going to help us hit our triceps still. With that underhand grip though, we're going to work a little bit of the lower pecs as well. We hit the upper pecs with those incline push-ups. So it's important that we work both parts of the chest there. So we're going for about 8 to 10 with this one, kind of mixing in the strength hypertrophy repetitions here. and giving ourselves 45 to 60 seconds of rest. Our next exercise is going to be an isometric contraction for our lateral delts, the size of our shoulders. What we're going to do here, come up, find a door frame. We're going to stand right in that door frame so that when our palms are open, they're kind of even with our hips. We're going to press straight out through the top of the hand. We're really going to feel that 3 seconds and release. You are going to feel that kind of burning in your lateral delts here. We're going to go 10 for 3 seconds, taking 1 second pause in between, but that whole 10 for 3 seconds, that's going to be 1 set. We're just going to do 2 sets here, again giving ourselves about 35, 45 seconds of rest in between. But this is kind of like a plank for your shoulders, so really good at building up the strength and helping with that lateral movement. So we're going to finish this workout off with some core exercises. We're just going to do 2 exercises in a superset or a circuit. Our first one is going to be a jackknife, and our second one is going to be a Russian twist. So with the jackknife, you can do this again with that bag, or if you have a textbook or a gallon of something, you can use that as well. We're going to lay flat on the ground. We want to make sure we're keeping our core nice and tight, which is going to help our back stay flat, so our tailbone stays on the ground the whole time. We don't want to lift that off. So I'm going to take my bag here, lift that up overhead, and my feet are going to be straight out. So all in one motion, I'm going to bring the bag up and touch it to my toes. Like so. If that's not for you, we can do a regular sit-up. Just put your feet under the couch and do a normal like crunch or sit-up. I'm still going to be working those abs in the same way, just a little bit less dynamic. And then we're going to pair that with the Russian twist. So again, taking that bag, getting a nice firm grip on it. We're going to try and put our feet up. If that's not for you, you can go with the heels on the ground. We're going to lift the feet up, twist, twist. Squeezing the abs with each rep. On the jackknives, we're going for about 12 to 15, a little bit higher rep there. And then with the Russian twist, we're going for 10 on each side. So again, we're going to go for 3 rounds of this one, giving ourselves about 30, 45 seconds rest in between. But that is going to conclude the push workout. Be on the lookout for our pull workout and our lower body workout coming up. The lower body one, it's brutal. It's brutal. I'm still feeling it. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for staying with me, and I hope you guys have a great